How we doing today, Twin Flames? Hope you're all doing well. This particular video will be covering how the super full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 17th of this month will be affecting the Twin Flame Collective, particularly those heavily focused on their mission to bring heaven down to earth, close down chapters of karma within their own lives, holding them back from physical or spiritual unification with their true Twin Flame, as well as the chapters of karma keeping the old paradigm upheld and blocking God's children from moving forward and descending into the 5D paradise awaiting them for way too long now. As some of you probably have heard or have known for some time from experience, whenever lunar eclipses come around, this usually causes the hugest shakeups to occur within our lives that allows for huge wads of karma, you could call it, to be released from our mind, body, and spirit as a result. These shakeups are oftentimes dramatic and quite chaotic when they do occur, and this is so that the destruction can sort of energetically part the seeds of your old life and everyone bound to it in your sacred union in one quick go. Where partial lunar eclipses come into play, this makes it so that all of this takes place, but less intensely, making it so that we can potentially even have the upper hand in areas where we could not have if it were a full lunar eclipse. Upgrades and boosts of energy to get things done, to see things clearly, as well as to focus on the right things you need to focus on so that you can work with the flow of energy propelling you forward also comes through during this time frame, especially because of light codes being sent to you from the moon so that it may be downloaded through your crown chakra and integrated into your body, even bloodstream, I'm being told. Pisces is a water sign and is all about balancing, finding balance, balancing emotions, as well as balancing fantasy between true reality. This is perfect due to the intense emotional purges that often comes with the lunar eclipses, which I'm intending for this zodiac to help us with this eclipse season right now. Maybe this will also help to strengthen any Pisces signs out there this month as a result. Now, with all of that being said, and with a greater understanding of what the partial lunar eclipse is and how it will be affecting us, I think it's safe to now get into the reading. So, from the Ace of Wands, I am seeing and feeling the energies of being caught, as well as feeling caught, trapped, and bound in entanglement. This is coming from the roped lights surrounding the woman in the illustration's head. With this is coming the sensations of unbalanced thoughts, fears, and illusions of weakness filtering throughout her mind and weighing onto her heart chakra as stress, which is also being conveyed by the very focused, fixated orb of fire in the center of her third eye region, clouding her judgment. However, this is all deriving from interferences from the devil and his beast system and his minions as usual, which is why we are asked to merely view it as a challenge by God and Spirit and our higher selves, so that we won't cater to the game being played or exert any unnecessary amount of energy. Although I feel we have the strength to overcome this hurdle, in order to speed up the process, as well as show you just how much power we have over them, and how much it's all just an illusion, I'm going to ask for this perceived entanglement to be completely removed from us all right now as I speak, as it is deliberately here to block us from attaining physical union with our beloved other halves. I also felt that this was causing some of us to have an inconvenient amount of trust issues that isn't even ours, which I'm going to now ask our Etheric Judgment Day squad to handle for us all right now, to resolve this fairly and get the point across to them that we are just not taking the BS from them anymore. I did feel that they thought, anyway, that they had a strong hold over our union and love life in general, which is all cleared up, done, and over with now, so that we can ground back into true reality and reclaim all sense of power, for it was silly, petty, and absolutely ridiculous in the first place. Again, petty attacks like these are all stemming from the devil's jealousy of some of the most divine, pure, heavenly, innocent, spicy, angelic, modern, which he really hates, unions ever to exist within our time so far. Which is why he and his willing helpers are being immensely crucified and damned to hell in varying degrees based on their involvement in the whole thing. The feeling of reclaiming our eyes to see, our minds, our voices, and our creative expression in general is felt to be had, which, just like I predicted would take place a few days ago in a prior reading, marks a 2-month completion cycle now coming to an end and clicking into place for us all, after graduating from all the work we did from the past full moon and new moon cycles, to finally heal these very same areas. For these power centers, the mind, the voice, and the heart, are the main power centers that the witches, hags, and pharaohs ruling this world for centuries are after control of to block unions from flourishing and our healing, life saving, life changing third energy from being emitted to bless all of humanity, the universe along with it. So again, the old powers ruling this world are pure, ruthless, yet senseless evil, just like you've seen in any horror movie or fantasy book, to help wake you up to where you truly are and have been this entire time. Just as mentioned a bit earlier when describing the effects of lunar eclipses, huge crying purges, which I've already begun undergoing myself, will also likely be had, especially if you have held a strong role of purging deep layers of karma and history and sad tragic history from Mother Earth throughout your Twin Flame Ascension journey as well. Trust that all of this heavy work was all for a reason, and that it will tremendously bless you and your whole union once it is time for it to officially commence in the physical, for it will surely be so. I am already feeling an immense amount of pressure lifting and evaporating right off of the Earth's surface, as if she is assisting with this emotional purge of the ages, spirits calling it, to just let the truth hang out there as well. Meaning that you truly are of help and have been this entire time since becoming activated to do the damn thing at the start of your twin flame awakening years ago. So, the final message is to cry as much as you need to, now more than ever at the pivotal point in history that we're now in, just as it appears the moment is in the illustration, to set yourself free and bring forth the new timelines that are available for you to shift into. With the major arcana card, the Magician, I am both seeing and feeling energies of huge sectors of people splitting up and going separate ways for the long haul, which is playing right into what I was just referring to in regards to the huge parting of the seas due to take place within the entire universe to break God's children away from the original sins and sinners, keeping them bound to the old enslavement system. This is being majorly depicted by the two streams of white light on either sides of the Magician being flushed down the portal down below him, which is coming with this huge sense of not knowing where it leads, and a huge dark night of the soul energy along with it. So, this is depicting the fact that we're not all headed in the same direction as each other during this huge flip into the other side of the planet, just like the TV show La Brea, if you've ever seen it, which depicts the entire world's departure from the Age of Pisces timeline, whether you survive the shift or not. In the real world, this is symbolic of those who will be sent to hell on earth to receive their punishments, the ones who will be cast to literal hell to receive their punishments, and those of us who are transcending time during our swift, I'm being told, rapture and ascent away from them and the slimy, sick devil they worship for all eternity. Although we will be shifting upwards and forwards into much better things, far from the nonsense they'll be going through, the energies of deep fear may still come up all the same, due to the newfound territory that you and your twin will be shifting into, far from the limiting, constricted, toxic, low vibrational reality you both have been used to throughout your ascension process away from each other in some way, shape, or form. So, just as stated in prior videos, this is requiring, pushing, and urging the hugest leap of faith to take place for ourselves as individuals, as well as for the success of our entire Twin Flame Union to take place, which encompasses our new careers, destiny, and whole lives together in the brand new timelines as one real life, New Earth family. So much control feels to be getting conjured by the Magician sitting in front of the portal in his concentrative state, which feels indicative of the divine masculine polarity of the union, finally stepping up to the plate after the longest, deepest slumber period away from himself, and ultimately his divine feminine as a result, as well as God, which means that true struggle will be had on their end for the first time either in ages or forever for some of us. This is historic progress in and of itself. I'm going to intend now for their stepping into the scene to open their eyes Nightmare on Elm Street style to the spiritual warfare and game of life that we've been fighting by our lonesome this entire time, as well as for all of the weight and pressure we've been put through throughout the years to be flipped onto them for the first time since we started this mission for most of us. Now, very soon I'm being told, we can finally go, ah, because of the relief. I'm even feeling the energies of age reversals coming through now as well, sending myself and everyone eligible within our tribe right back to the simpler times period that we were taken from for our fight to save all of humanity from unnecessary pain, suffering, and eternal damnation. Coming up with swift ideas and making quick plans and actions, just like we were forced to do so many times throughout our hero's journey, separate from them, is being felt within my body, alluding once more that the divine masculine will, in fact, finally be making history by putting on his big boy shoes and getting to work in all areas that he's been slacking. Mission complete for us, and job well mother effing done. And lastly, with the Ten of Swords, I'm feeling an immense amount of disregard for the former enemy, so much that it feels like she is shooting a huge bolt of lightning behind her to strike the enemy with her complete indifference. This is because of all of the BS they nonchalantly put us throughout the years, as we're literally struggling to save the world, make sense of our upside down lives, and even attempt to fall in love as freely as we should be able to all at the same time, which now they should be able to feel, and I'm going to intend for it to be even swifter than it would have been before. With this is coming a huge charge of dark, witchy power integrating, downloading, and charging the divine feminine up every second that passes, whom shouldn't even be going through this process truly, yet she is assigned to Judgment Day duty as a specially chosen, highly needed ground crew Jehovah's Witness for the Lord. This charge of power is now integrating into our system, partially, no pun intended, because it is certain particular members of our tribe's inheritance as natural light and dark masters, but it's even more so for all of us involved to become scary enough to match the incredibly dark, witchy charge of power stemming from Saturn, nowadays even Mars, and the supposedly lost, fallen, definitely hoodoo-like star system Gargantua, which is being turned over into our hands right now as I speak, and the moon, which they use to provide themselves even more of an extra charge. This is how desperate Satan and his minions are to actually utilize all of this to go so far as to bring forth the Witch Age to cover our world with this filthy essence and block our hip, youthful, joyous, adventurous new age from birthing. But in order to finally pop out of their bubbles, burst their false realities, put them in their place, and send their dry, nasty asses back to the sketchy sewer they came from, imagine yourselves putting on the creepy, etheric mask that's been prepared for you. And on a count of 3, say the word boo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, boo! And so it is, that's a wrap on all of their BS once and for all. Already I'm feeling an immense amount of long lost, but truly only hidden, strength, integrity, innate wisdom, energy, and light returning to our unions, which is even more telling that it all, in our lives, we're truly taken into the hands of the devil, and it absolutely must be for the best reason that I'm sure we will find out about at some point in time. I'm intending for you all to feel every single ounce of this empowerment right now as I speak to you, so that this may nourish you, fill both your cups, remind you who you are on an even deeper level, where you've come from, and provide you even more strength and optimism for where you're now headed. In the end, so much payback, justice, and the rudest, most comical awakenings are due to hit the enemy, letting them and even us know that this karma they're just now receiving was long overdue and it very much wanted to reach them a long time ago. I love you all. Take full advantage of these lunar eclipse energies. Meditate to integrate the light codes from the supermoon if you feel guided to. Send some love and support your twins' way if necessary. Look out for the Ascension Energies reading covering the fall equinox in the next few days. And stay blessed, twins. Bye.